Hello kids! Welcome to our art class. This week, we are assigned to discuss the use of photo editing from our module Art Quarter 2, Module 2. Today, I'm going to give you the skills used in photo editing. Are you ready? To begin with, let's start with the top 5 photo editing skills. Please take note of the following skills, okay? First one is the cropping and the roll of thirds. The use of the crop tool is one of the most effective ways to direct viewers' attention to where you want it to go. Cropping photo involves removing unwanted parts of an image. We crop because we want to remove details, we want to improve composition or focus, we want to change orientation or the framing, and also we crop because we want to change aspect ratio. And one of the most common term heard in photography is the rule of thirds, which relates to composition. Think of the rule of thirds like superimposing a 3 by 3 grid. On top of an image, many digital cameras and software editing programs have this as a standard feature. Next, we have number 2, the rotating photos is another basic and easy yet critical skills to apply when photo editing. Think of Think about when you see a picture frame or floating shelf hanging on a wall, or a table with an even feet that moves just a bit whenever someone leans on it. It's pretty distracting, right? It's hard for many not to fix on such issue once becoming aware of it. The same concept also relates to photography. Shoots may not only align as intended, even when using a tripod. Rotating a photo just enough can set the correct perspective and get rid of any subminimal distraction. Just don't forget to crop once more after rotating. We have number 3, the applying adjustment layers and masks. Let's say you have a photo and you want to make black and white except for everything that is green. You would select saturation when creating an adjustment layer. So you just need to move the saturation bar on the way to left, make it brighter or darker, and then use the brush tool to brush over the green areas. Uh, you can hide or unhide the adjustment layer to pick the color you want. The layers makes white box will reflect your edits and show what's visible and not. If you're done with that, if you're done with that and don't like any adjustment at all, just delete it and the original image remain unframed or unharmed. Next, we have the number 4, correcting colors and saturation. The modern digital cameras are quite capable, but sometimes the way the sensor process data or the color of the photo can be slightly off. A quick way to tell is by looking at people's face or their skin. Sometimes in the image, there should be a bright side or the temperature of the light. Also, the saturate image, or at least the color that should remain more natural. However, you can make adjustment to select areas of an image like with a specific color for a bit of creative dramatization, just like that. But don't forget about adjusting brightness, the contrast, the highlight, and the shadow, since those can help with depth, saturation of colors to really make image pop. And next is the sharpening. I think this is the last one. Sharpening should always be the very last step in the photo editing process. The effect is exactly as it sounds. Sharpening refines edges and the small details, which help to improve the overall contrast and to make the image appear more distinct. The effect of this is if the image has soft or blurred areas. So those are the 5 skills that should um, be applied and developed in photo editing. Again, this is Tutor DJ saying thank you and happy learning.